Okay, so we are live. Jenny Lyon here again, your trusted broadcaster from the last couple of weeks. So if you are joining live, welcome. Give me a hashtag live, give me a hashtag replay, wherever you're joining from and when. We are here today to talk to my dear client, Kimberlee, and we are going to have a conversation about us working together and the different things that we've been discovering. Just really her sharing her experience from doing the business energetics and doing different things, working together, and specifically with her business, actually. So I'm going to bring Kimberlee on and we are going to talk to Kimberlee. So there we are. Hello.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, darling. So I thought, first of all, you can introduce yourself, but I'm just going to say really what it is we have been working on. So
Sure.
Kimberlee already have a business, so you can tell them a little bit more about that in a moment. And we've been working a lot on structure and streamlining things. Think bigger and more, sort of like scaling the business in a way and aligning you with the school. So Kim has got a mystical school of. She can tell you all in a minute. But it was kind of two things going on, and we just wanted to see how she was going to position herself as well as running the school, etc. So yeah, I mean, why don't you share who you are, what you do, and the school as well, what that is? All right.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of degrees, a bachelor's in psychology, a master's of divinity, believe it or not, a master's in multicultural education, and a doctorate in educational psychology. I have studied various spiritual paths, centers for spiritual living, and obviously I was in seminary, so I was studying liberation theology and feminist theology and all kinds of aspects that were always pushing the envelope, and eventually I started studying with a mystery school and learned a lot of esoteric mystical knowledge, you know dragon magic, elven and fairy magic, and just a lot of really great things, but things also about angels. I think I learned 25 different healing modalities, and a lot of sacred geometry. And so I left that school and I started studying with Dom and her. And I did some mystery school work with them and some alchemy schools. So I've done various alchemy classes. And I had my own store for a while, a brick and mortar kind of store. And of course, that I stopped that. That was called Mystical Awakenings. And I felt like a shift needed to happen. And my friend Amy Moscow said, what about starting a school? And, I said, oh, I can't do that. And I was like, why can't I do that? I don't believe that there are any limitations. Like, what makes me think I can't start a school? So I did. I started a school and I brought on all of these people that I think teach amazing things, and that people now can have access to a lot of things around energetic mastery and sacred geometries, and a lot of really deep, esoteric, metaphysical, mystical knowledge. And so I really, really, really enjoy that. But I needed another shift. And then I met Jenny.
Then it started to spark.
And then things started to spark. Yes. Where, I realized that I kept putting everybody else first, which is, I have a servant's heart. I want to give. I really am clear about my purpose in life and serving. But, the About Me page was the last tab on the website, and Jenny's like, you have a lot to offer and let's put you up front. And I don't have a problem speaking. I've spoken in front of tens of thousands of people. I don't have a problem speaking in front of people. I really enjoy it. But it was like, no, it's about the school. She's like, no, this is your school. And she's right. It is my school. And I am offering these teachers in these classes. So there was a shift now happening of putting myself front and
Yeah.
center. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because also you are the creation and the foundation of the school. So
Yeah,
it's really about, it's not only about honoring that. Of course, you want to honor that, but it's actually important that that is visual,
right. Yeah.
because you hold the energetics of the whole of that matrix.
Mm-hmm.
So from that perspective, yeah. So what did you find most changing or transformative to start with? What was really the experience? We haven't finished, by the way.
We're halfway through.
we haven't
Um, it's interesting because my choice to work with you, it's like I'm one of those people that when I know, and it doesn't matter how much it costs. And I'm on disability right now because I got exposed to high levels of toxic mold. I mean, it's all like in alignment with what I needed to do. It stopped certain things, it started other things. So it's not about the money. I've had a lot of people tell me this funneling process and marketing and what you need to do. And I could understand it, but I didn't know maybe necessarily all the ins and outs of it. But it just never felt right. And I've known people who've spent $50,000, $75,000 for marketing companies with no results.
No results, exactly.
No results. And I thought, first of all, I don't have that kind of money. But it was, Amy said, you need to talk to Jenny. And you took the time to talk to me. I know it was probably 45 minutes. And I didn't know what that was going to bring. I thought, well, I'm going to listen to your presentations and what you're offering. And pretty much I can tell immediately you're the real deal, right? People, they're just people where I have this intuitive sense where my meter starts to go, no, like that's not.
Well, you can't fake embodiment, you see.
Oh, you're completely authentic. You're totally living who you are. You're like love, you very caring, but not just that. Like I also know that you have a technical expertise. So I could see as I was watching you throughout the week, some people were really struggling with things about themselves. Do I trust my intuition? Am I clear about where I'm going? And I thought, well, that's not me. And but there were other people that were further along. Like they've been doing it for a while and they had other questions. And I realized my primary focus is I don't know the marketing aspect. I mean, we're not born with that,
No.
right? And even though I've learned different things from different people along the way, I thought this is where I really need the help. And then stuff around clarity. Like I knew I wasn't putting myself first. And you saying that is like, if you really know how to help me to do that, to get clear, like I had 4 Facebook pages going on, like let's make just one, right? Or um, how to post on Facebook, because if you're posting on Facebook and you never really get any engagement, you lose interest, right? So how does that work, and why are you doing it, and what are the best kinds of things to post at what time? That was completely eye-opening.
Mm.
But also, like, okay, if I'm putting myself front and center, how am I doing that? And what does that look like? But I found that, like, I chose to work with you, but I hired a personal trainer. And I work out 5 days a week. I've lost 18 pounds. It's like there's this
The
shift
momentum about it.
right of I am putting myself first. I am getting to the way that I want to be at. And when I make up my mind, I make up my mind. Like it's just a
Exactly.
done deal. I track it every day. I have somebody that I send my results to. So there's some accountability and she's watching like this is working, this is not, let's change this. And I'm committed. right? I'm committed to this. I'm committed to our work. I'm committed to that. But it keeps coming back to this of, you know, I teach people like you need to love yourself. If my day is flexible, if I feel like I am bogged down or I don't want to do it anymore, I go take a walk or
Yeah.
I play with the cats or I do something else. So there's definitely something about saying yes to our process and to what we were doing.
Yeah.
And then I think the like being able to get feedback from you and our working relationship, I know isn't like every other one, but you'll say, I think this is where you're at. And then you actually send me tools, right? That I can use. And I realize, wow, this is fantastic. It's a template that I can fill out, or it's a structure that I can use, or it's a video, multiple videos where you said, watch this and see how this works. It's like, oh, yeah, that really works.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing as well. This is just what's coming through now. And I think, so Kimberlee is you're also putting together a new pathway for your private clients. So although you have the school, there's something you want to put out there, right? And I think, yeah. And what happens is, so usually when people, I can design any program really, whatever they need from me, I can deliver from what I know anyway. So what we were doing, me and Kimberlee, was like, this is how you lead with intuition as well. Because if I gave Kimberlee everything when we started, she'd be like, where do I start? So we are very finally taking the steps, checking in. I then give her the tool, and then she does that, and then we can do this, and then we do this. Actually, I do the same in the group program, but slightly different because they have access to more things straight away. But I'll take them through like this. But I think that process of using the intuition, and these people lovely ladies who are actually watching the interview right now, this is the leading tool, your intuition, to take your client through a pathway of success or transformation, or whatever you want to call it, is your superpower.
Yeah.
Blended with the magical tools that you have. And Kimberlee, and because we do this dance together, don't we? That's like almost like a dance. We go, okay, she's doing this. Okay, let's do this. It works. Like it works.
Well, you said to me, like I said, I'm having a hard time because I do so many things. In terms of I probably have a third of the classes listed in the School of Mystical Arts. And I have, I don't know, 12, 15 teachers. Because I have a lot of accumulated knowledge, and there's probably there aren't many topics I couldn't teach, right? So, runes, okay, I've got a runes class, right? So it doesn't matter. And then it was like, okay, well, what is your expertise? And really helping me to hone in on, I like to be able to work with people who maybe are just starting out and don't know what to do next for their spirituality. But I realized I was never working with any of those people. I was always working with healers and light workers consistently. And so even though I like that other group, you really helped me get clear, like, that's not the group you're going to be working with. And because I want to work with people who want to walk a path. It's not, the one-offs, it's fine. There's no judgment. You just want to take one class, it's fine. But I really want to work with people who want to get clear about who they are, why they're here, and all of the energetics that are needed to clear your field to really be who you are in the world. Kind of sounds like you, right? Yeah. Except the business part, no marketing and business part. But that is really who I love working with. And so you helped me to get super clear. This is your group. This is your tribe. This is these are the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which even though I help people with clarity, I didn't have the clarity for myself.
No. And it's also what you love doing and what's your goals. What feels most fun to do, and what is also going to make strategically what's going to be the best thing for you to go for, to expand the business. We always have to be fun. There has to be fun. But if it hasn't have got a strategy behind it, then it's just fun, and then there's no building, is it? So
yeah, exactly.
It's that fine balance of the fun and the creative, the right side brain, and then having the structure and the masculine, holding it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we haven't finished yet.
No. It's and that masculine feminine aspect is very interesting because I have a masculine demeanor. I'm definitely have warrior energy. And but I'll cry at the drop of a hat, anything that touches me. I mean, I have this feminine, very nurturing, very caring, very loving side, but in terms of getting things done, and it's very boom, boom, boom. I was a school administrator, I would deal with 1,000 details in a day. But I love that blending of the caring, the nurturing, but yet still being able to take care of business part.
Yeah, exactly. So, see if anyone has any questions. So, like, literally, what we are doing is we're doing a business energetics one-on-one program, really, together. We're not doing like body activations or divine healing. We are doing business energetics. That's what we're doing. If anyone was interested to know what we've been up to.
You had offered, and I'm sure I could get benefit, but I was like, okay, I have this many sessions with you, and this is what I want to accomplish. And because I've done so many energetics, but it doesn't mean I won't come back later and do that.
No. I mean, it goes in different intervals. And I always believe, and this should be with everyone listening, and it should be for you, even if you wanted to join me, joining someone else, doing your own clients, whatever. As soon as we are in the space of the energetics, we simply have to surrender to the divine. It's like if we're meant to slot in there and then, we will. If the time is right, we will. There is will, obviously, like a desire to go somewhere, to do something. But if there is an energetic pull with a mentor or something, and you like feel that connection, well, it's meant to be. It's not pretend, is it? It's meant to be that way. So follow the signature. And I say this to all my clients, like, follow the signature of everything, and really trust that and let it lead you, really.
I wasn't even looking for it.
Huh?
I wasn't even looking for it. This is how this goes, because if Amy says, I think you need to talk to, so I think it'd be good if you talk to somebody, I always say yes, because inevitably it ends up in some kind of magic. But we do the same. Like, I think you're supposed to talk to this person, but I never know. Somebody she told me to talk to, I'm flying out to meet. We're doing some energetic work together because it's just what was meant to be. So we're talking, and I'm just sitting there thinking, like, I wonder why she wants me to meet with you and talk with you, and you're talking about doing this thing, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'll listen in. I'm sure there's something I can learn. And I sent it out to probably 25 people. And maybe 6 people.
Or 6, I think.
About the 6 people joined in. And at the end, I was like, oh, I'm actually going to work with her. Oh, surprise, surprise. No, I hadn't. It wasn't something where I thought, I'm looking for this. It was just the right time, the right fit. Yeah.
Even so, a lady, she enrolled today in the business program, and she was recommended by someone else who is in my membership, who I connected with somewhere else. Like, it was just like this.
Yeah.
Like this. Yeah. It's always meant to be. Yeah. It's always meant to be. So I think that's good. I mean, we've had a little chat. Any questions anyone can ask here, you're very welcome. But I think really the aim for us working together, if in case people think, well, what are they doing then? We are restructuring your offerings, the website, decluttering a lot, leveling or positioning you in a different position to where you were before, refining, building a one-on-one program where you would like to work with more, they don't have to be spiritual teachers, but like more advanced on the path of awakening and embodying, because this was the thing, wasn't it? So that's really our aim, isn't it? And we will continue working, see what else comes up. It's almost like we also go, well, what else comes up? We work on it, right? So
Right. Well, it's interesting because I launched the website, the school, in March of this year, 2021. And you're like, okay, let's rework the website. I thought, oh my gosh, I just finished.
Yeah.
And so, but I mean, the lovely thing is I can actually copy the website over, and then I started moving things around and adding my pages in the beginning and but it was, at first I thought, oh my goodness, how am I going to do this? But I can see the difference of what I was putting focus on, what I didn't need to put focus on, where, in just your slight suggestions of where to organize things or move things. And then the use of Smarter Q, that is amazing. I love that. So that, and people, and I reworked my newsletter. And people said, wow, I can tell the difference. It looks really good. So
yeah. So you're on a good thing. And we're going to rework with the Facebook group and build that now as well.
Yeah.
You've
what
had
that looks like.
And a few other bits, but we've decluttered everything. And then we're focusing what the purpose of the group is going to be and all those things. It's like really homing in and targeting to what is it's alignment, really. That's what it is. Alignment.
Yes. Yeah. And I've posted things and people say, like, if they say that I don't see it this way, that's fine. Like, I don't need to tell people what to think or what not to think. It's just, those are probably people that I'm not going to be working with, or they won't follow me anymore or whatever. And it's fine.
Decluttering. You're moving on. So fine.
No
problem. Yeah. Perfect. So, Michelle, just the one question here. I think, Michelle, we spoke, and did you come on? Not that one, sorry. There. Michelle is saying a specific platform to help you guys develop your websites. No, so Kimberlee has got Wix website, but I think, Michelle, you were on the call when Nora was talking about Squarespace. So hadn't Kimberlee been on Wix, I would have said, look, let's do Squarespace because it's even more comprehensive to a few things. But she's worked the Wix website absolutely fine. It's not a problem. So it does depend on how much time you want to spend on the tech. And obviously, Kimberlee's done it herself. So she can do that.
That was just it was a time thing. I'd already paid for a year and I knew how to work it really quickly, as opposed to learning a new site platform.
Yeah. And what happens often, this could be worth to say, and Nora would agree to this if she was here listening. Like, so we restructure things with Kimberlee, and she will then run it with the Wix. She'll do her thing. She'll enroll people in programs. She will maybe scale the school, maybe refine more of the lessons and the courses and the things for the school, and keep sort of building. And maybe we're doing more audience building where she's growing the Facebook group. Maybe she will do more podcast appearances or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. And then what's going to happen? She'll get to a stage when she goes, actually, I want a new website now because I've grown out of that one. I need now to. Then we have already worked with what we've got, and we exhausted then all the resources in a sense energetically. And then you'll be like, right, that's it. I'm ready now. And that's how it will happen. But it's like it's just a pathway of evolution, really, of your business. And you'll just know, you'll be like, oh, that's dead weight now. I need a new website, or I need to do this now, And that's how it works with, so I'm going to remove that comment now. And that's how it works with all of this, what we do. So I'm personally doing a revamping of my website now, not myself. Nora is doing it. I haven't got time, but we are doing it because we have to, because I'm changing all the time. So
makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, guys, for coming online. And nice that you came. And if you have questions to Annie and myself, if you want to connect with Kimberlee to look what courses she runs, she has amazing courses in her Mystical School of Arts, not just herself doing the teaching, but other teachers as well, where you can learn tools of healing. That's what it is, really. Tools of healing, isn't it? So
lots of tools.
Lots of tools, yeah. So check it out. Maybe, Kimberlee, after we finish this, we're going to have a break anyway. maybe you want to go in the Facebook group and drop your link to your school.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Thank
See
you. Thank you for today.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, everybody.